Well, hello, my good friends. Buck Weezer, Buck Small Engine, DIY on YouTube. Welcome back to the shop. It's kind of crowded in here. I got these two ATVs that are taking up one of the bays. But what I'm working on today is this John Deere D110, and we want to replace the drive belt. I want to show you how to do that. It's not too terribly complicated. Got the deck off already sitting over here, and I also removed the hood. And I put the front end up on ramps so we can get under there. If you have a lift, that would make it even easier, but we'll be able to do it this way. We just need to be able to get under there a little bit. Yeah, it's not a terribly complicated job, and what we do today for this D110 would be the same for so many of these 100 series John Deere lawn tractors, you know, and hopefully this will be of help to you. Let me show you what we need first of all. So these are the parts that I got laid out here on the table, and it's a deck belt, and I'm going with the aftermarket. It replaces this part number. That's the John Deere part number. It's a 1/2 inch by like 89 inch belt. All right, so that's the belt. And then you have two idler pulleys. One's a smaller grooved pulley. One's a slightly larger flat idler pulley. I'm going with this 810 brand. That has worked out okay for me. Hopefully I won't regret going with the aftermarket. So if you'd like to get one of my free Buck Small Engine DIY channel stickers, take a look at the video description. You get my email address. Write to me there and I'll be happy to put one of these in the mail to you at no cost. I featured this tractor in a series of videos which resulted in an engine swap. And there's the replacement engine that we got in this thing. And I'm going to kind of do some maintenance on this, fix it up so that I can then go ahead and resell it. It's really in good shape. I'm doing some work here on the deck, new idlers. Just ordered a new belt because that's a good idea too. So it's really in good shape. Doesn't have a lot of hours, 212 hours. And if you, when you get under there with me, you'll see that the drive belt's not really in good shape. And hopefully I'll be able to show you under here enough of the process that you'll be able to do this on your own. So let's start here with our first step. We're going to take down the crankshaft pulley, the PTO. Of course, the deck belt goes around this big groove, and the drive belt is up higher. And it's got keepers around that belt. So you really do have to lower this crank pulley to get the belt off of this top pulley. It's not going to be too hard because we've had it off before when we did our engine swap. I applied some anti-seize, so that will come down very easily. I don't know what size that is, 15 mil maybe. I'll figure that out and we'll take it down together and start removing this old belt. All right, I lied. It's a 5/8 socket. We'll take down this pulley. And that bolt comes out. And, and I'll have to put the camera down, but I think that will come off pretty easily. It's just hard to do with one hand while holding the camera. Let me get that down and I'll take the belt off from up there, and that step will be accomplished. Alright, our next step is to remove these two idler pulleys. These are the old ones. I already set the parking brake so the belt's kind of slackened, and that's always a good idea. If you're worrying about remembering where things go, it's always good to grab your phone and just take a photo. But this one's very, very simple, and these are 15 millimeter nuts. Take these down. Kind of tough. Maybe I got a 15 millimeter wrench right here. Oh yeah. broke it loose. One little impact doesn't have as much muscle as I wish it did. And there they come off. So, with those removed, I can fish the belt through here. And I realize now, looking at this, that the belt feeds on both sides of the steering column. So I think we're going to have to take this off and pull the steering shaft up. Hopefully that won't be too hard. These things can kind of get tight or frozen. That's our next step. Alright, it is a 3/4 inch socket that will take this bolt off. Alright, that's good. And we're lucky that this is also coming off without too much trouble. And we'll be able to slide up the steering wheel and then pull our belt out from in there. You see how that is? So again, I will put the camera down to do that because I need 2 hands. But fortunately this came off very easily, and it's easy to slide this up out of the way and pull the belt out. Okay, so all it's remaining to do to remove the old belt is to take it off of the transmission pulley. You see under the fan, and there's the pulley. But the challenge is there's a belt keeper back to the left of that. Not sure if I can get you to see that better. It's just a post. And the belt's kind of in the way right now. Hold everything. I can see it really well from under here. You see that post in the back? Right in the middle of your screen. Well, at the base of it's like a nut. You can put a wrench on that. I think it's like 15 mil. And we have to break that loose and remove the keeper, because the keeper holds that belt in the pulley and we can't get it out without removing that keeper. And it's just a little awkward because you're under the tractor. Hard to get to. You can't get to it from above because the gas tank's up there. It's not impossible, it's just a little awkward. So I'm going to do that next. See it? That keeper, that little post right there in the middle? I'm going to take that out. After that, I'll be easily able to remove the belt from around the pulley and the fan. Alright, so this is that keeper on top of the transmission I was telling you about. And I got it off with this 15mm wrench. And yeah, it was a pain, but I see now that the top also is hex. You can get a hex Allen key in there, 6mm Allen key. I'm going to keep that in mind for putting it back on, because that might be easier than messing with the open end wrench. But now you can see that this belt's not in very good shape. Lots of cracks. And that's why I think it's a good idea to change it out. So that's that. And now it's a matter of putting in the new belt. We're going to do it the reverse of how we got it. So I'm going to start over on the transmission end, put it in there, insert that keeper, and then work it from the back to the front. That's my plan. Alright, so let's finish routing this belt. I do have it around the transmission pulley, and I was able to get that keeper back in. The Allen key did not work because the plastic fan is in the way. You can't really get a key into it on the top. So, alright, so pushing up that, just get it past there, and let that back down again. Now we can push it all the way to the front and take it around the crankshaft. Hope you can see what I'm doing. If not, I apologize. Alright, so at that point, let's go ahead and put on our new pulleys right here while the belt's nice and slack. So, let me see if you can see what I'm doing. Where are those pulleys at? take you a little closer. Okay, do you remember which one goes where? Hopefully you do. I think I do. If not, consult the photo that you took. Slip the belt into the groove of the pulley and then slide it up. And same on this one. This on the flat side. And up. And we'll get the impact and tighten those up right there. All right. I'll get my 15mm wrench on that so I can use my hand to determine how tight these are. I don't always trust the impact too well. After that, we'll put the steering gear back on the shaft. Alright, I'm going to put a little anti-seize lubricant on these splines and on these threads because we got lucky this time with it coming off all right. But we may not be so lucky next time unless we take this precautionary step. I fought with these in the past and it's not fun. All right. That's good. The only thing remaining is to put up our crank pulley and this job should be done. Okay, so once again I got the crank pulley up there, but it's loose and just hanging. So we get the belt around it and you squeeze it up here to get it inside those keepers. Lift it up, crank the bolt down, and then it's done. Alright, so we're done now. Go under and check over your work, and as you know, when the parking brake is not set, the belt should be pretty snug, ready to turn your transmission. And then it slackens when you step on that brake pedal, right? So slack with the pedal down, tight with the pedal up, and you're moving. Alright. So everything looks good here. Happy with how it turned out. Alright, that's it. Done. Not too complicated of a job, but a little bit tricky if you've never done it before. It turned out great. Hopefully the videos have helped to you. Now I can take it off these ramps, I can put the deck back on, and it'll be good to go. I do thank you for watching today. Your comments and questions are always appreciated in the discussion below. So feel free to communicate with me down there. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I got a bunch of videos on small engine related DIY projects and other things that might interest you. Remember guys, as I always like to say, only you can put the do into do-it-yourself. I will see you on our next video.